What's it been like to, go through day one, and what is your excitement level for this event?
Day one, I thought I did very good. Just learning, growing as the day went on. Competing with these guys, I don't get to do it every day, so I got a lot of laughs out with them. Bro talk, and obviously competing as well. My competitive spirits are high right now. We just did the rail shot challenge, so it's always good to be able to have those three levels of brothership, competitiveness. Having fun off the field, and obviously learning in the classroom.
You mentioned it. Obviously you don't get this kind of collection of talent in one place. Maybe 7-on-7 tournaments and some things like that. But to have all the quarterbacks, that are as talented as you guys are, all in one place, being able to look down the line, and be like, how do I compare to this guy? Yeah. You talked about competitiveness. How much do you think you're going to see some of that this week? Where you're like, no, guys are really going to try and compete and prove that they're the best here.
I think if you're here, you have to have that mindset that you're competing to be better than the next guy, but I don't think that means comparing myself to them also. So obviously I'm going to come out here and attack every drill like I'm the best, and I'm going to have that confidence that I'm the best, but I'm never going to look at the guy next to me and be like, am I throwing this ball better than him? After this drill, does the coach think I'm better than him? No, I'm just coming out here to try and be the best version of myself and just get better.
Obviously not too far away from your future home down at USC. What's it been like to be back in SoCal and get that opportunity to kind of be, in this environment? The weather's, a lot better than a lot of other places.
It is, yeah. I think just getting acclimated to this area of the country, it's obviously different from the Midwest. I've been out here for a while now, these past 2 weeks, so I'm going on my 5th day. So I think it's just good getting used to the area, getting used to the people around here, and just getting ready to step foot in here in January.
I know Tron was messing with you before this interview. What's it like to kind of have one of your future teammates here, kind of, joking around with you and having some fun here?
I think it's great, honestly. I feel more comfortable, I guess, knowing that I have that bond with my teammates already, just knowing that, when I come in here, I'm not going to be walking in, maybe shaking my boots, I'm going to already, know my guys, be comfortable, and be ready to, lock in and focus when it comes to Boston.
So you talked about being here for a while. I know you took the official recently. Can you talk me through kind of what that process was like? Obviously, you go into it committed, and you're not trying to look for things to make a decision. You've already done that. But what were some things that were important to you to see when you were out on that official visit?
Honestly, I thought it was just, really connecting with my coaches, and obviously connecting with the players too, because obviously since I'm committed already, my job is to go recruit others. And, I thought it was just a trip for me and my family to really solidify that this is my home, which it did. And, just trying to get other guys to think that same way.
What was it like, because there's a lot of commits on the visit as well, and a lot of guys who are, planning to make that move with you.
Yes, sir.
What was it like kind of being around some of those guys and being like, all right, there's a certain vibe or a certain personality about this group? Or how much you do, I guess, just kind of bond with, the rest of the guys that are going to be incoming with you?
I think it's great that we get a head start on that. Some guys, our motto is kind of like, if you're committed, we don't want you visiting other places. So I think just really knowing that this is going to be my brother for the next 4 years of my career, I think that was just really important. And, building that trust with them, because that's how you win games, just trusting and being able to lead the guys next to you.
In terms of the staff, who did you spend the most time with on the official?
Probably Coach Heward.
Okay. Yeah. And what was that experience like? What were some of the things that you guys discussed, and kind of what was that, that time like, just kind of get a chance to kind of see him in his own element, see him, around the program?
Honestly, I've been around Coach Heward a ton, so, I know him pretty well. So, it was obviously good to continue to grow and get comfortable with him as well. So,
you committed, pretty early on, I guess you could say, in this class, but the way it's grown has really been impressive to everybody. It's the number one class in the country I think pretty much everyone has it that way. What's it been like from your perspective to see, feels like every week, just like a new guy, a new high-level guy being added, whether it's on offense or defense?
Honestly, it's like a Christmas present, See, every week I get a new guy, sometimes 2 guys a week. It's just exciting. It's really exciting to see what we're building and what Coach Riley is building, and the direction that USC is going in.
How much has that maybe reaffirmed why you decided to pick the school, to see they're pulling some guys in that you have options to go all over the place, but a lot of them are staying home and a lot of guys are moving across the country? How much did that maybe reaffirm your own decision, be like, no, this is the right place for me?
I think it kind of builds that trust factor. Coaches told me it was going to be a generational class. Now I see it happening right in front of me.